And it didn't work. But calling and asking, hey, my name's Dominic and I'd like to meet you, works.
I love it. I just love it.
All right. So those are really pearls. Let's say that things are going, we talked a little bit about competition and challenges with diminished estimates and so on. So let's say things are going pretty well and you start making a profit. How does one determine where best to put those profits?
That depends a lot on what you want out of your life. I'm not a life coach. I'm a business coach, but everybody has a different goal, right? I had a gentleman that I was working with, this was a couple of years ago now, and when I first met him, I said, what would you like out of your business? And he looked at me and he said, Dom, I want to make more money. That sounds obvious, right? And so I said, well, why do you want to make more money? And he looked at me like I was the dumbest person on earth. And he says, well, profits and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I won't take you through the whole conversation, but you know what it came down to? His mom had recently been put in a home, and he could only afford to have her in a shared room, so a quad. So there were 4 ladies in this room, and his mom couldn't sleep because one of the other women had dementia and kept her up all night with the yelling and the walking around and screaming. And at the end of our meeting, he goes, I just want to put my mom in a solo suite. That's all I want to do. That was why he wanted to make money. So once you figure out what your why is, everything else becomes much more important. And you'll figure out if you want passive income, if you want to own the real estate you're at, if you want to increase your sales so you increase your territory, all those things are great. But what's the real reason? The real reason you want to grow your business might just be you want a nicer truck to pull a nicer boat to a better cottage on a bigger lake. That's okay. Just be honest with it.
Wow. And honesty really is the best policy. Okay, so here on CareyBrosPros, Dominic, we ask our guests for 3 points for success that they'd like to leave with our pro listeners. And now it's your turn.
Wow. Okay. Focus on the numbers. Number one, that might not be fun, right? But focus on the numbers. Know the critical numbers in your business. Know your costs. Know what is important in your business. That's number one. Build a great team. Now, you don't have to have the biggest business in the world. You could have a 2-person team or a 3-person team, but build a great team. And then I have to say, live to your values. Be true to yourself. I don't know if you've ever heard this saying. I learned it when I was working in the prairie provinces. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
Oh, boy. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
Wow.
That's right.
Very nicely done. That put a bow on it. Thanks to Dominic Rubino. He is a podcast host, probably does a whole heck of a lot better than we do. I'm certain, and he has terrific information as well. And he's also a business coach, as you may have gathered through this interview. And to hear his podcast, read more about him, and see what services are offered, you can check out the longest URL in the world, Cabinetmaker Profit System, that is singular.com.
And remember, you'll find all our guest information as well as additional podcasts, videos, and articles posted on our website at CareyBrosPros.com. And don't forget to leave us a comment on the website and let us know what topics you'd like to hear on an upcoming edition of Carey Bros Pros.
Okay, everybody, loosen up those tool belts and relax. It's time for a quick bro tip from the Carey brothers.
Subcontractors' bids, material prices, and equipment costs are usually pretty stable. However, calculating labor costs can be a real challenge when estimating a project. And the reason is simple. There are no 2 people alike. The same goes when hiring. There are no 2 people who are alike. Hiring is a most difficult task at best. When we hire someone, we look for 3 things: skills, knowledge, and attitude. We require that each applicant take an extensive written examination that covers all aspects of our trade. When we grade the test, yes, we look for correct answers, but we also study the applicant's command of the English language and his or her ability to write legibly. We have recently learned that skills and knowledge only make up a small part of the hiring process. With human beings, attitude is everything. Skills can be taught to anyone at any age, but attitude is developed from childhood. And like a zebra's stripes, when you shave off their hair, the stripes are still there. So what's our point? When hiring, don't forget to test for attitude. Ask questions that will tell you how the applicant thinks. Why did you leave your last position? What kind of person was your last boss? Were the other employees you worked with knowledgeable and friendly? Why do you want to work here? Part of attitude is stability. Is the applicant a job jumper? Or has he been with only a few employers and for long periods of time with each? To grow and prosper in your business, you must surround yourself with highly qualified, knowledgeable, dedicated, and motivated individuals. So take care when you interview. Your business depends on it.
Well, that's our podcast for today. Thanks for listening to this edition of CareyBrosPros, the podcast for construction professionals by construction professionals. Want more? Check out CareyBrosPros.com. You'll find articles and videos to help make your business a success.